Hey there, this is Bennett Buffoonery Incorporated. I played World of Warcraft for about 3 years, from right around the end of the Burning Crusade, all through Wrath of the Lich King, and some of the Cataclysm expansions. It actually played a very large part in how I shaped things in my D&D campaign. The first time I heard the game explained to me, it was pretty much as Elder Scrolls Morrowind, but a little bit more cartoony. And for the first 6 months I played, that's how I played the game. Exploring, quests, leveling. I did make friends, I did join a guild, but really I was playing solo. Picking the talent tree options because they sounded fun, not because they actually were functional. Then something clicked, and I took the next day or so to reach whatever the current max level was, and that was 80. And then I went back and did every instance and dungeon. I switched the talent tree option to be max damage for my character, and I joined a raiding guild. After that, the game became about being the best and getting the best gear. I was on the backup raid teams until I got full gear and proved that I understood my character and role properly in the raids. Then I was moved up to the main raid team. This is the closest any video game comes to D&D by a substantial amount. There is teamwork, there are roles, there is strategy. They have 5-player dungeons, 10 and 25-player raids. Tanking, DPS, healers. I was a little too late for the 40-man raids. Getting 5 people to work together can be hard. 10 and 25 people trying to work together is crazy. 40-man just is a whole nother level. I steal and borrow ideas, raids, boss fights from WoW all the time. And I'm going to give you some examples. I converted the Sunken Temple instance into an underwater mining machine. I took parts of the Old War raid and made it into a labyrinth. Ignis, the Furnace Master, became a modified Hellfire engine, but he looked like Peter Dinklage as the dwarf Eitri from Avengers Infinity Wars. His lair contained a lava effect. Freya became a modified Empyrean, but she looked like Mother Nature, and her lair contained vines and mushroom effects. Hodor became a modified Gargantuan construct, but she looked like Elsa from Frozen. Her lair was half ice and had snowman minions. XT-002 Deconstructor became a modified Gargantuan construct, but looked like a mix of Rosie the Maid from the Jetsons and Spaceball 1 from Spaceballs. Her lair had a third-party event going on. There were bugs and boogers trying not to get vacuumed up by Rosie. If they were killed, they could be looted. If left alive, they would give a quest. I took pretty much all of Zul'Aman. I modified the bosses to give them more of pop culture looks. Akil Zahn became a lightning elemental that looked like Sam the Eagle from the Muppets. Norak became Yogi and Boo Boo Bear from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Jan Ala'a became Poe the Kinku, not really based on anything but a raven-looking version of that. Halazi became Chester Cheetah. Hexlord of Malcrash changed the most. It became a modified version of Dreadscale and Asimov fight from the Trial of the Grand Crusader raid. Dakara became a weird totem mix of the other fights, and after certain points of damage done to him, he calls for allies, which are a smaller version of the other fights. Something that the game does well on the solo level is achievements. I took a lot of these as side quests for the players. I consider reputation. How often do you visit someone or a group of someone's, and how nice are you to them? There are also achievements based on hunting super rare monsters, and so I use these as examples for hunting contracts. They have a ton of holidays, quests, big story arcs, so it can be a great place to get ideas and inspiration. I hope that this might help you in your D&D campaign. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. Grab your dice, and let's get nerdy.